Yo, what is going on, you guys? It is uh, Carter from CBH Sports, and welcome back to a bracketology video. This year I'm going to be making videos for all of my bracketologies, no matter what day they come out on. This is the preseason version. This will also be an update video for my uh, b- blog overall for some upcoming blog posts. So you can wait until the end for that. This will be a long video um, because I used to do only the top four seed lines throughout um, much of the much of the uh, early season in college basketball. Now we're just doing 32. So the top eight seed lines. And then uh, on Selection Sunday, I will give my my full 68 team bracket. Um, but yeah, so this is the preseason one. Preseason bracketology. Um, Nothing from the preseason exhibition games go into these rankings. I wrote the college basketball preview before any of those began. So and that's when I also wrote the bracketology. So um, with bracketology and my college basketball preview. So yeah, and then we'll get to the blog update part at the end of this video. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it because this is gonna be it's gonna take a while. For the number one seed line, Purdue, number one overall team. And I will talk a little bit about some of the exhibitions. Um, cert, if I watch that team play an exhibition. And for this one, I did. Purdue did lose to Kentucky, a Kentucky team without three of their starters. Um, so Purdue is very unathletic. The Big Ten it isn't isn't as athletic as the SEC, but just 2 years ago, Purdue went to Bud Walton Arena and lost to an Arkansas team that only won 15 games in the regular season. So let's not react to that. We're talking about a Purdue team with the preseason Big Ten Player of the Year in Braden Smith, and my National Player of the Year in the preseason. Also, senior guard Braden and Fletcher Lawyer in the backcourt, and as well as Drake Kaufman Wren and Oscar uh, uh, Clough in the front court. Should make for a great team. I don't know if they're number one now, but that was my number one in the preseason again. Number two for me is Houston. They're my national championship pick. They did lose a lot of pieces, but I'm really counting on Kelvin Sampson here. Um, they return Milos Suzan and Emmanuel Sharp in the backcourt, as well as Joseph Tugler in the front court, and five-star center Chris Sinak joins the crew there. So a lot to a lot of talent They're the Big 12 favorite pretty clearly. They've utterly dominated the league since coming in from the American. St. John's is my number three overall team. They added some awesome transfers in UNC's and Jackson at guard, and Providence's Bryce Hopkins in the front court from Big East rival Providence. Zuby Ejiofor, who Arkansas is an Orange fan, very know him well. Yeah, considering all the fouls that he got away with in Providence during the round of 32. But that's neither here nor there. Zuby's the preseason Big East Player of the Year, and the St. John's should have the Big East best front court, um, at least in their uh, uh, starting five. And but just because they won the national championship and they return maybe the nation's best front court, the Florida Gators are number four overall seed. That ends the one line. They return forwards Thomas Hauk, first team All American Alex Condon in the preseason, and center Ruben Chinyalu, and they add Princeton transfer guard Xavier Lee and Arkansas transfer guard Boogie Fland. This should be a great team, but it's a competitive SEC every year, so this team could fall off just a little bit, but how Condon and Chinulu, that's the best front court in the SEC. So we will see about that. I think Boogie and Xavier will form a good backcourt, but we will see. I doubt they get to the level that they lost with Walter Clayton, Will Richard, and Elijah Martin. That group carried them at times during the postseason, including the Final Four. Number five overall for me. Oh, and forgot to say, the Purdue would go to the Midwest in Chicago. Houston would go to the South Regional in Houston. St. John's would go to the East Regional in Washington D.C., and Florida would go to the West Regional in San Jose. Number five overall for me. They rose up my C list a little bit. I got to watch a little bit of Duke practice tape on YouTube a month ago, and they really impressed me, and that's only grown since Carlos the Carlos Boozer's twins are at Duke right now, and they're pretty fan. Cam Boozer had a double double against Tennessee in an exhibition game, 24 points and 21 rebounds, and John and their coaching staff and John Shire, excuse me, I forgot head coach, and for a second, um, they've only improved every season since Coach K retired. So that would mean making a national championship. So and potentially winning it. They lost in the Final Four last April. After being up by 14 points. So to Houston. So just getting over the hump right there. They don't have Cooper flag, but I think Cam Boozer can be just as good. So we'll see how that works out for him. Um, Number 6 overall, the Yukon Hus- Huskies. They it will be them and Saint John's at the top in the Big East. Kind of a top heavy league, but Silas Demery Jr., the transfer from Georgia, and Solo Ball will be one of the top backcourts in the country, with veteran forward Alex Caravan, um, a national champion. Um, will help them in the front court. So I'm not worried about the Huskies at all. Number 7 overall. The team made the Elite Eight last year. That would be Texas Tech. They did lose Darren Williams to the transfer portal to play for NC State, but they returned Big 12 preseason player of the year JT Toppin at forward, and then sharp shooter Christian Anderson will take on the point guard role. Um, After only uh, playing off the ball mainly in his freshman season, so that will be a big task for him. And to me, if Christian Anderson is as good of a point guard as I think he could be, that's kind of the X factor that will determine where he ends up. Um, number 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 8 overall, the final 2 seed, the Michigan Wolverines. I love the Michigan coaching staff. I think they do a phenomenal job. Yaxel Lindenberg, the transfer from UAB, is a preseason first team All American. They added UNC transfer guard Elliot Cadeau, as well as Illinois big Mares Johnson, and center Adai Mamara will start at center, as well as guards Roddy Gale and Amari Burnett next to Cadeau. This is a really good team. So for the 2 seeds, Duke will join St. John's in the East Regional in DC. That would be a fantastic Elite Eight matchup. No, UConn is going to Chicago to join Purdue in the Midwest. Texas Tech going out west. That would be a potential Elite Eight matchup a year later, just miles away from their matchup in the Elite Eight in the West Regional last March in Los Angeles. And finally, Michigan would go down south to join Houston in their home city. Next up, Um, the top of my three line, the Kentucky Wildcats. The Kentucky beat Purdue, like I said earlier, and they fell to Georgetown on Thursday night. So up and down definitely, but without Jaden Quaintance, Jalen Lowe, and they will be without for at least a week. With Lowe, the expected starting point guard, and Jaden Quaintance should be out at least a month or two. And Quaintance should be the best player on the team. Honestly, I've not seen Quaintance play. Quaintance was with Arizona uh, State last year. Um, so, um, the but once I get to see him play, I may be a little bit higher on this group. The Kentucky ceiling is definitely top five in my bracketology seed list, but right now with three injured guys, um, which I forgot the name of the third one. Um, uh, Denzel Aberdeen suffered an injury, I believe, in one of their exhibition games. The transfer from Florida. But they have Otega away, the preseason SEC Player of the Year on the wing. So Kentucky's going to be good, but just don't know how good they will be with a roster that was reported to be $22 million. The Louisville Cardinals, just miles away from Lexington, they come in at number 10 overall. The Cardinals have one of the top shooting lineups in the country with freshman guard Mikel Brown, um, uh, Isaac Mc, McNeely, and Ryan Conwell in the backcourt, as well as big man Kayshawn Pryor. Pryor's career has really been riddled with injuries, but we'll see what he can do. Um, that Kentucky Louisville matchup on November 11th promises to be an absolute dandy. So number 11 for me is BYU freshman uh, sensation AJ DeBanta promises to be one of the best small forwards in the nation and the top five pick at the very least in the 2026 NBA draft. So I'm pulling up. They also returned veteran Richie Saunders in the backcourt, and they added Baylor guard Rob Wright, Kaba, Kaba, Kata will anchor the paint. So this is a team that can definitely challenge uh, uh, Houston. Maybe not for the league title, but will definitely be up there with Texas Tech for second or third in the Big 12. Next up is the Arkansas Razorbacks. I'm definitely a lot higher on them now than I was just a few weeks ago. Watching them live in two games. First blowing out Cincinnati in Fayetteville, and then going to Memphis and getting down big in the first half, and then coming back and blowing them out in the second half definitely proves this is a good team. Darius Acuff and Malik Thomas are two of are two guards that Coach John Calipari normally gets, within his history. Cal has recruited a lot of great guards, and these two promise to be two of the best in the nation. As well, but the best thing about this Razorback roster is that they return four key guys. Forward Trevin Brazil, wings Carter Knox and Billy Richmond, and guard DJ Wagner. And then they Coach Cal got centers Nick Pringle and Malik Ewan out of the transfer portal. So those are 8 guys that will form one of the best rotations in the SEC. So I'm a lot. They're top 10 good. We'll just see. When they go to Michigan State next weekend, we'll see what goes on there. For the sake of this video, guys, I'm just going to talk about the top 16. I'll list off 17 through 32, just so we don't, so this doesn't go beyond 30 minutes. Because I'm on number 13 now, UCLA, who, to me, behind Purdue and Michigan, is the third best team in the Big Ten. The Bruins added the transfer portal's best point guard in Donovan Dent from New Mexico. Tyler Bilodeau was UCLA's top scorer last season, and Tyler returns for another season this year. They also added Michigan State transfer Xavier Booker. Can Booker take that next step? Because if so, I think Mick Cronin's team is going to again be able to advance to the second weekend at the very least of the NCAA tournament in March. Number 14 is Iowa State. I honestly, the Cyclones don't return a bunch, but they, I love their coaching staff. It's a really hard place to play, and I just always, their defense is always gonna get them through, and I think they're finishing in the top 4 of the Big 12. I don't know why, but that's what I'm thinking right now. Number 15 overall, and that could be totally wrong. I'm just being honest. Number 15 overall is Tennessee. I really like the Vols. Maybe not as much as I have since they lost guards. Both of them were seniors. Zakai Ziegler and Jemai Mashak, in addition to star guard Chaz Lanier. To me, they don't really have the star shooter that they lost with Lanier and previously Dalton connect. So they'll need 5-star freshman Nate Ament to be that for them. If not, Maryland transfer guard Jacoby Gillespie will have to fill that role. But Rick Barnes' teams always play good defense, so I'm not worried on for them on for that. But but offensively, it may be a struggle at times. 16 is the Arizona Wildcats. So losing Caleb Love will be interesting. Jaden Bradley will fill that role this year. The former Alabama transfer. Koa Pete, the 5-star freshman forward, and veteran former Tennessee transfer Toby Awaka. Koa and Toby should form one of the nation's best starting front courts. And to be honest, I've convinced myself that Arizona State is a better team than Iowa State at this point. But we'll see them on opening night against Florida. I'm actually filming this on Sunday night. So tomorrow night we'll get to see if the Arizona front court can pose any challenges against likely the nation's best front court with Florida. And so I forgot to read out where the 3 seeds were. The 3 seeds were regionally. Kentucky sent to the Midwest. Louisville to the south, BYU to the east, and Arkansas to the west. All 3 of Florida, Texas Tech, and Arkansas were all in the West regional semifinals last year, so that's interesting. And then the 4 seeds. UCLA will stay out west, and then Iowa State will stay in the Midwest. Tennessee will stay down south, and Arizona will travel to DC and play in the East. I will read out the rest right now. The 4 seeds, the 5 seeds, number 17 overall, Alabama. They're in the Midwest. And number 5, Illinois. The 5 in the East. Oregon, the 5 in the South. They're number 19 overall. Number 20 overall, Creighton is the 5 in the West. The top 6 seed, the Auburn Tigers, will stay down south in Houston. NC State. Sorry, this may go above 30 minutes. NC State, the 6th seed, number 22 overall in the East. Number 23 overall, Wisconsin in the Midwest. Number 24 overall, Gonzaga in the West. They stay out west. And the top 7 seed, the Virginia Cavaliers with a new coach. They go down south. Excuse me. Michigan State, number 26 overall. They go out west. Number 27 overall, the North Carolina Tar Heels. They travel to Chicago to play in the Midwest. Kansas, number 28 overall. The final 7 seed goes to the East. Right, there actually maybe one more 7. Nope, there's not. Number the top 8 seed, the Iowa Hawkeyes. Go down south. Number 30 overall, Vanderbilt. Goes to the Midwest. Number 31 overall, San Diego State. Stays out west. And finally, the Ole Miss Rebels go to the East. Thank y'all for listening through that. I know it took me a while. I just also wanted to say that I do have, of course, the college football weekly preview going up, the weekend preview. That will drop as always at 1 p.m. Central on Friday afternoon. November 7th it'll be. And then I do have a college basketball preview going up on November 8th at 11 a.m. Central. I'm not sure if I'm going to make a video for that or type it out. I will do my best to type out a short preview because there are a lot of games I'm going to be previewing. But if not, I will just film a video because until the college football season ends, that's my main focus. So I just wanted to let y'all know. Sorry for the 32-minute video, but I wanted to I really want to expand my college basketball coverage. And so anyway, guys, thank y'all for watching. It's been Carter from CBH Sports, and I'm signing out. Peace.